despite fearsome appearance, we met at work of the icy colossus. A childhood legend, or so Harshnag had thought he told us. We rested the evening, a roaring fire to warm our bones, before once more we stepped into the frozen unknown. Be careful where you step, warned our mock-born scion friend Quinch, as he narrowly avoided an unseen danger's pinch. Then out from the ground emerged a snowy block. It came right for me, I froze with cold and shock, and so I found myself engulfed, unable to take breath. Every second that passes is a second closer to death. Now I'm trapped in the snow cube, trapped in the snow cube. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped in the snow cube. Unable to cast a spell, I gasp to get some air. My friends do what they can to get their barred right out of there. Surely this is not how I die. Please, my friends, you must now try. The adventure continues.
Stuart, do you think you want to still be inside of this thing at the start of its turn?
Not now, God. Because I can't do my spells, because I wanted to. I had an idea to do a thing to it, but now you said you can't talk because you're stuck in a frozen gelatinous cube or whatever it is, gelatinous ice cube.
Gelatinous ice cube. Come on, Photoshop someone.
Yeah. I will fight my way out.
So strength check, please.
Yeah. So this is -1.
God.
But +1 for my scarf, yeah?
No. Not on strength.
What about... I should be... This is a check as well, isn't it?
Yep.
So this is be rolling a disadvantage too, won't it? So What about... inspiration for
just being such a bloody good bloke.
We've entered the bargaining phase.
Here we go. Let's roll in with disadvantage -1 anyway. Let's see what we get. What a time to roll 2 natty 20s.
Oh!
No way.
Yeah, no way. I got a 5 and a 4, so that's 4. That's 3. The answer is 3, Nathan.
Okay, you are still within the beast.
Good. Wanted to be there.
Anything else? Any bonus actions you can take whilst in there? They don't involve speaking.
Oh, am I hands free?
You are. Interesting question. You are restrained, whatever that may mean. So I suspect possibly not. Although it'd be weird that you could fight your way out with your hands can't move.
Just flexing.
Butt clenches.
Doesn't mention anything about hands. It just says attacks rolls have disadvantage and against the creature have advantage.
Okay, there we go. So it means, I guess it's the difference of just someone holding your hand, so you can still fire at it.
Right.
But you can't move. So yes, your hands are free.
Okay.
You can throw up some gang signs if you want.
Well, he's got something stuck between his teeth, so he's just gonna. It's annoying him, so he's just gonna pick that out.
Okay. Right, end of your turn. It gets round to the snowy cube.
Yep.
On a failed save, the engulfed creature can't breathe and restrained and takes 21 damage at the start of each of the cube's turns. Okay, so you're going to then take, whilst in there... Oh, not that one again, so that was cocked. You're going to take 20 points of cold damage as this thing sort of just freezes around you again. It also makes a little pseudopod bursts out and hits. We're going to do randomly. 1 to 3 is Greg. 4 to 6 is Quinch. 3, so that's Greg. Greg, you see this pseudopod just pop out and hits you for 11.
Oh, rude.
Does that hit you?
No, because I've got armor nowadays. 15. Woohoo!
There we go. So it just pops out and you sort of just dodge out of the way of it. Daboff.
I'm going to move up to the snowy cube. Can I use my movable rod?
Can you use your movable rod? Yeah, you can use it.
Can I take the movable rod in one hand, activate it, and then reach in to try and pull Dweezil out? So I'm using the rod as a anchor.
Yeah, okie dokie. Hang on a second. There is a rule for this. Okay, so you can take an action to try and pull him out. It requires a strength check, and if you do it, I will warn you, you will take damage.
All right, that's what heroes do. Help their friends at their own expense.
Which is what Krill was trying to tell Harshnag all day. So yeah.
I mean, if he's slightly damaged when you pull him out, it doesn't matter. You've got the better healer here anyway, so...
Okay, so I'll roll the damage while you roll the strength check.
Strength check. Famously strong, Dabov. 3.
3.
No advantage for the immovable rod?
No, I'm afraid not. Just stops you getting engulfed. You take 13 points of cold damage as you reach in and you sort of start... You're rooting around trying to find him and you can't manage to do so. Okay. Anything else?
Just trying to think if I can do anything as a bonus action.
You hit him with the rapier?
Seems a bit pointless if we've just been shaving snow off and... I mean, I'll give it a go, just for the sake of doing it. 13?
13. That hits, yeah.
Interesting.
It's a large snowball that can barely move. Pretty easy to hit.
I mean, true. Cool. Give him a sneak attack as well. 23.
23. You manage to hit it in such a way that the rest of the snow slurps off of Dweezil, and you just see him sort of just sat there on a pile of melting snow, alive, damaged, but mainly alive. I think that's the thing we have to take away from all of this.
Nice.
Any comments to make, Dweezil?
Dweezil exhales deeply because he'd taken a deep breath just before he went in and was unable to exhale it, and asks if anyone's got any dental floss because he's still being somewhat perturbed by the food that he's got stuck between his teeth.
I got some rope. Anyone? How big's the gap in your teeth?
I could use your rapier. I could use Dabov's rapier. I imagine that's quite pointy.
It's the size of a cocktail stick.
Yeah.
I've got some cobwebs.
Do you floss your teeth with cobwebs?
Once. Okay. You
floss famously reusable.
Okay, so you managed to do that. Dweezil looking a little relieved, a little chilly, and very much alive. You set off and try and put as much distance between you and this thing in case it reforms or there are other similar creatures around. You make your way across this path. Few of us stumble every now and again, but no damage or anything like that is taken. We get into the second half of the day. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from all of you, please?
Yeah, boys.
26.
10.
20.
21, actually. 21.
Anyone below 15?
Yep.
Oh. Down the ladder you go, I'm afraid. What are you now? Level 2?
I think I'm level 1 because I recovered one from the long rest.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so you keep yourself honest on that little ladder. So you'll just be disadvantaged at skill checks. You head off into the rest of the valley as you pass by these stones. Eventually, though, you find a small alcove in the mountains with a pond and some trees, and you feel this would be a good place to settle for the night. Can I actually, before that, can I get a skill check before you settle down?
Yeah, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do a religion check.
Okay. Okay, give me a religion roll, please.
Natural 20 for a 25 total.
Awesome. These skill checks are fairly successful. You, as you're heading towards this alcove, you approach a clearing, well, not maybe a clearing, but a larger part of the valley, and you discover a bunch of large standing stones. As you look at them, you discover they have a bunch of carvings on them that you sort of half recognise as runes, but not necessarily ones.
It says don't steal, and if you do, you're going to go to hell and get freezing damage.
Indeed, please do not touch. You don't recognise them, but you call over Harshnag and talk to him. Between the both of you, you come to the conclusion that these are actually sort of heretic giant runes, and should be avoided at all costs. You continue moving on and eventually come across this clearing that I described to you earlier. And you settle down for the night, and you all get a lovely long rest.
No more exhaustion.
Yep, my one's gone.
Okay, dokie. So that was Luke and Greg, wasn't it, yesterday with the stealth and the religion?
Mm-hmm.
No, mine was the day before.
Oh, which was the day before?
Me.
Perception.
Yeah, I did perception. And failed, hence why Harshnag fell into a hole.
Yes, okay.
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay, we head into day number 9. Constitution save throws, please, everyone.
God, relentless. Oh, that'll do, 22.
16.
Bardic inspiration upon myself.
How persistent is Bardic Inspiration? Does it go overnight?
Yeah, it's only supposed
No,
to last
it
10 minutes.
All right.
No, I mean, I didn't know if I still had the one from you from like a morning ago.
No.
The unfailing one, I think, carries over, doesn't it?
It just says for 10 minutes the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
It's probably not.
Generally speaking, it's only supposed to be used in combat, isn't it? But it works as a... But it can't be carrying on overnight and stuff. 19 for Dweezil anyway.
Okay, 19. Anyone below 15?
No.
No, lovely.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Oh, Krill. Move yourself down the ladder.
Back to one.
Okay, you carry on into the day travelling. You come across a geothermal vent, a rare oasis of warmth in the frozen wastelands, steam billowing from the earth, creating a surreal contrast in the cold air around you.
Wow.
One of you dares to even remove your gloves
Ooh.
to test it out, feeling the heat seeping into your numb fingers, and soon the others copy. Even the fires you've built at night and during the day haven't given you a relief quite like this, and you feel some extra sensation coming back into your joints. And you stay here for a little while to try and make as much advantage of this as you possibly can. Can I get a skill check from one of you, please?
I haven't done one for a while. Did you say that deception was still up for...
Yes.
I will. Let me just double check. I think I'll take a deception, please.
I think that's one of your auto pass ones, isn't it?
It's not quite an auto pass. It might be. For some reason, I can't see the thing anymore. I've lost.
While Nate's looking, what have we actually got left?
Okay, we have left investigation, insight, medicine, and deception.
Investigation,
insight, medicine, and deception.
I am being really thick here. I'm pretty sure it's deception and persuasion that are my two things that I get that for. Yes, yeah. Deception. Deception. Yeah. Okay, so I am rolling at disadvantage. Okay, so we've got a 15 and a natural 1. So we'll take the natural 1, which becomes a 10, and then we have my +5 bonus.
So 15 either way. Oh no, 15 or 20, right?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah. Okay, enough to pass. As you're travelling through this with the battles that you've endured over the last couple of days, and Krill today feeling particularly cold given his fail on his con save, you just you start noticing that Krill is starting to feel a little bit like this is just a never-ending journey, and that he's just starting to get a little bit worried that this is all just a wild goose chase, and that things aren't going right, and you'll never end up there. And even if you do end up there, will it even be worthwhile? He just seems to be losing the faith that any of this is worthwhile.
I was feeling a bit positive, but you tell me how I feel.
Well, Dweezil manages to notice this in you, and he decides to stick his arm around you, tells you you're a cracking lad, you've got wonderful pubes, and he convinces you that, no, don't be silly. We knew this was a big journey. This was always going to be tough. Hopefully this is all going to be worthwhile. And it just puts a little bit of an extra spring back into it.
I love how this is deception.
Yeah, it's deception in me. To be like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I started off by saying that you're a good lad. That was the big deception.
And he said he likes my pubes. The lying bastard.
Well, he perhaps tells you that he knows that he thinks there's a way.
He mixes it in. Quicker. He puts some lies in with the truths.
Did you say like we're almost at Lapland? We'll see Santa soon. Is that the sort of lies?
Yeah, exactly.
What is Santa?
Okay, we head into the second half of the day. Can I get another Constitution saving throw, please?
Put Bardic Inspiration on Krill.
I love you.
18.
Oh,
18.
I failed one.
Didn't need it.
13.
18.
18. So anything who got below 15? Did I hear a 13 or something?
Yeah, that was me. So I'm back down to 1.
So you're back down.
I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to re-roll mine, because why not? There we go.
Greg fails once and he has to use magic to boost himself back up again.
I didn't even roll it there.
What did you get?
It's refusing to roll for some reason. That would be 19.
19. Okay, so you're fine. So yeah, just Apple Finn, I think. What are you still? Are you back down to 2 now? Did you fail to both of today's? I think, didn't you?
No, I passed the first one.
Oh, okay, right.
And then so I'm down to 1 because I keep getting them back with long rests.
Okay, I'm gonna get another skill check from somebody then. Today.
I'm gonna jump in and do an insight.
An insight, okay. Actually, this is very good.
Ooh.
This is a good choice.
Nice.
What did you get?
6.
6.
You've still got your Bardic Inspiration. Not going to matter anyway, is it?
Okay.
I can try. He's not given the result yet. Ooh, I rolled a 1 on that, so 7. But it's persistent, so I keep it.
With Dweezil's words still ringing in your ears, you're just not quite convinced. You still are not quite there. You still, you just have this little momentary boost where Dweezil managed to get you moving again, but all of a sudden you're just like, I'm still not sure. This can't be right. And all of a sudden it hits you that you're helping a frost giant of all things to get to a spiritual home for giants, and you just wonder with that low morale you felt earlier in the day. You wonder if you're walking into a trap. Harshnag also seems a little distant too, since the Rhyme Hog, and you just think, what are we doing? We're enclosed in this space. There's a frost giant that can turn us at any. You've seen some of the damage he's been outlaying.
Is crew having a panic attack?
A little bit. You challenge Harshnag, and he is caught off guard. You can see that your lack of trust, especially having journeyed with him for, at this point, like 3 weeks in total across the north. You can see that your lack of trust in him has affected him, from an emotional point of view. And he doesn't attack you by any means, but equally he sort of just rounds on all of you a little bit. And it takes actually several hours. But by the end, several hours of discussion, not just with you, Krill, but everyone else gets involved and all just trying to sort this out and make sure you're okay. And it sets you off a little bit, and it takes you several hours by the end. But by that end, you do trust him again, and your relationship is as strong as ever, but you do realise that you have lost quite a lot of travel time. And we get into the evening a little bit quicker, and you lose half a day's worth of travel.
Wow, Krill. What an absolute...
I'm sorry that I have emotions, and I'm overwhelmed by this never-changing environment that seems to go on and on and on. Unfortunately, it got to me, and your fake little speech did nothing to settle my nerves.
Oh, it's turned on you now. Okay.
He fucking started it. Did you not hear him a second ago?
By the time this whole
turned on you now.
By the time this argument all ends and you all sort of shake and make up, you realise that the sun is setting, and it's probably time that you make up camp. So you stay pretty much where you were when this argument happened, and you set up camp for the night. You get through the night with a long rest. So if there's anything that needs to be done, on your exhaustion or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll go back to no exhaustion.
I keep flip-flopping between 1 and 0. It's great.
Read my book again. Is there anything happening yet?
You've got to quite a juicy bit where there is someone who's using some arcana. Yeah,
that's the first time that's happened in this book.
Yeah, you at one point you actually wondered whether this was a cart repair book.
Nice.
Like, that's how weirdly off track it was. But then suddenly some arcana happened. Okay, you wake up on day 10. This was the day, but you have lost half a day, so who knows if it still will be today.
Yeah.
Can I get Constitution saving throw from all of you, please?
Yeah, let's go. Bardic inspiration on myself. Who's particularly sore today?
Nah, fine. 21.
Daboff, are you particularly sore?
No, I got a 16, so I'm all good.
No, I'm just asking who was actually already exhausted.
Oh, no, I was fresh as a daisy.
Oh, no, I got 19 anyway. There we go.
I got 14.
Oh, Greg drops one.
Oh, first time it's dropped. Do you know what's happened? He's run out of cough in his little thermos that he's been carrying in his hands this whole time, so he's actually felt the cold for the first time.
You started brewing up like dirt and stuff like that, just to see if you reason it's brown, so therefore it must be the same. It's brown and comes from the ground.
Yeah.
Krill?
24.
24. Okay, so just Greg on this occasion. Okay. We're going to go straight into another skill check, please.
I'll take a investigation.
An investigation from Dabov. Okay.
17.
17 passes. All of a sudden, like, you're in this valley, and all of a sudden you see like this storm ahead of you. Well, not all of a sudden. You see a storm earlier in the day, but all of a sudden it's coming towards you, and suddenly snow is starting whipping around in front of you. And it sort of just hits you, this snowstorm, and you suddenly can't see anything around you. Like, you don't know where the rest of your colleagues are. You don't know where anything is. The only thing that you do remember from this investigation is, as you were walking towards this storm, you do recall seeing some shelter nearby, and you reason that it must be off to your right. You sort of head off in that direction, still not really being able to see much. You're just calling out to everyone and sort of telling them to what direction, almost playing a bit of a Marco Polo type game, just saying where you're heading and shouting, constantly hoping that they'll follow you. You do end up in this shelter, and everyone that manages to meet you there and fortunately enough, you see out the storm. You do lose a bit of time, but probably not half a day. But you reason that that's much better to do that than to potentially be walking into this storm and potentially getting lost. Who knows if the valley veers off or anything like that.
Cool.
Okay, so you do that. You wait there for a few hours, and the storm subsides. You head back out into the valley, and by this point it's about midday-ish. You still got large amount of time ahead of you to be traveling. Okay, you head up, you carry on, and as you're walking, you start seeing that the valley is starting to open up a little bit more. Like at some points, this valley has been really enclosed upon you, maybe only like 15 feet or something like that. So it's not like you have to squeeze past by any means, but certainly a lot more, claustrophobic than at certain places. But as you're traveling, you start seeing the valleys all just opening up, and to the point that you get there's about 60 foot either side of you, plenty of space. You continue on for a few more hours, and I'll get another Constitution saving throw from you, please. This is the second one of the day. Still at 16s.
I'll put a bardic inspiration on myself and on Smudger.
Just Greg. Greg's the only one I think.
Greg don't need it. He's fine.
19.
Is there any additional punishment for a natty one?
Yeah, I need to know that too.
I got 20, but it was very dirty.
No, it's an automatic fail, but it's not. There's no additional punishment for it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice.
But I am
second skill check of the day, please.
Have we only got medicine left?
There should be. Yes, medicine's the only one left.
Is that not? Sounds like a Greg thing, doesn't it?
Got +2 in it.
His face says otherwise. I mean, has anyone beat a +2?
All right, Greg's doing it. Here we go.
And Greg's got a bardic inspiration because I just gave him one, didn't I?
Oh, okay, nice. Mm-hmm. It's a 17 without the bardic inspiration.
Okay. Whilst that snowstorm was going on, whilst you managed to avoid it, the temperature has dropped considerably since then, and you can start feeling your extremities freezing and seizing up. The memories of that geothermal vent have completely disappeared from your mind. The warmth that it was exuding is just gone, and you are now just like a frozen mess. Despite that though, the cleric in you kicks in, and you start thinking, "What can I do? What can I do?" And you manage to start keeping the blood flowing. You start stamping your feet, you're rubbing your joints, you're doing everything you can. You keep the blood flowing, and whilst it still is painful and it's not great, you manage to fight through it, hoping that you haven't got any long-term damage or indeed any frostbite or anything of that ilk. We head into the late afternoon of the day. And the valley continues to open up. And Harshnag suddenly calls out to you and says, the valley is coming to an end, it seems. Hopefully we have made our way to our goal. And he starts sort of like, he says, I will scout ahead. And you see him run off in front of you. And he gets to a point and stops, and he sort of turns around, and you can see even from this distance, you can see that this is a happy giant. He beckons to you to come, and you start running. You're just suddenly excited, hoping like you're buying into this whole thing, and you start running. And eventually you get to the end of this valley, and you can see it just completely opens out. It's almost like the mountains completely stop on one side of you. It's beautiful. You can see still mountains everywhere. There is a range of mountains still all around you, but they are in some cases still miles and miles away in the horizon. You find yourself in this beautiful landscape, and none of this matters though, because directly to your northwest, previously hidden by these valley walls, lies a vast ravine with a naturally formed stone causeway crossing it. The causeway is about 40 foot wide, and the the ravine itself is probably 200, 300 foot. You can't tell from this distance. But what you can see, built into some rock wall, is the entrance to the Eye of the Allfather.
Ooh.
Oh. Another delicious episode in the can. Thanks for listening. You can find us on social media. Maybe you could share your favourite moments with us. If you have any friends or family that you think would enjoy the antics of the circus, we'd appreciate it if you told them about our podcast. What is this voice? I don't know, but isn't it just so?
If you have any spare change, you can support us financially on Ko-fi. It is of paramount importance that you do so.
Open square bracket. Hi lads, here's the script for the outro I'm planning to record. I don't know how to end it, so let me know if you can think of anything witty to finish it at. Oh.